If you're watching this right now, it's possible that you've experienced loneliness at some point in your life. Maybe you felt isolated from your peers, or perhaps you've struggled to find a sense of belonging in your community. It can be a difficult and isolating feeling, and it's something that many people struggle with. Whether it's due to social isolation, trauma, bullying, or the loss of loved ones, loneliness can be caused by many different things. But here's the thing, you're not lonely in feeling lonely. It's a common experience and it's something that can be overcome with effort, understanding, and support. If you're feeling lonely right now, know that there are steps you can take to find connection even when you're feeling isolated. For example, feeling socially isolated or left out, being bullied by peers in your community. Maybe you've struggled to find a sense of belonging in your group of people and not have others around you who understand what you're going through. All of these experiences can make you feel disconnected from the world. But you have to understand that loneliness is a feeling, not a fact. Just because you feel lonely doesn't mean that you are truly alone or that you don't have values as a person. It's okay to feel lonely. It's a normal human emotion and it's something that everyone experiences at some point in their lives. It's okay to acknowledge and validate your feelings, but it's important not to get stuck in them. Loneliness is often temporary, and with effort and understanding, it's possible to find connection and belonging. In fact, it can be an opportunity for growth, as it's often during difficult times that we learn the most about ourselves and grow as individuals. Embrace loneliness as an opportunity to learn and grow rather than seeing it as a weakness or a failure. Remember to be patient and trust that things will get better with time. Feeling like no one can understand you are a common cause of loneliness. You may think that you're the only person who feels this way or that your situation is unique, but that's not true. Feeling misunderstood by others is an experience that many people have. It can be overwhelming to feel so alone in your feelings and thoughts. Some ways in which feeling misunderstood can lead to loneliness include feeling like no one cares about you. We all want to be loved and appreciated by those around us, including our friends, family members, and co-workers. When we feel like they don't care about us, it makes us feel not only lonely, but also unimportant or unworthy of love, which rarely leads to positive feelings. Feeling misunderstood by others. If someone doesn't truly know how you feel, then they won't understand why their actions affect you as much as they do, if at all. This leads them to not only being unable to provide comfort for your situation, but also causes them not to understand why certain things shouldn't be said around others, again leading back to feeling alone. Feeling lonely is not the same as being lonely. Have you ever felt lonely, even when you were surrounded by people? It's a common experience and it can be really confusing. A person can be surrounded by people and still feel lonely. They might have friends or family who care about them, but they don't feel like they fit in or are accepted for who they truly are. A lot of times, this is because those around us won't accept the parts of us that makes us different than them. Like if someone has a different religion or political views from others in their community, or if their sexuality doesn't match that of their family members, all these things can cause feelings of loneliness even when surrounded by people who love each other dearly. If you feel lonely or isolated, it may help to really understand what are your needs and priorities. It's important to understand what you want and need from relationships as well as what you can give. When you know these things, then it becomes easier to meet people who are a good fit. If you're honest with yourselves, sometimes we don't really know what we want or need until we've tried something else first and found out that it doesn't work for us. You may also want to get to know yourself better so that your relationships will be more fulfilling and satisfying. Know yourself so that the people in your life can know the real you too. It's also helpful to understand what is most important in terms of safety needs like security or protection from physical harm, emotional safety, or support from others. financial security, like having enough money, and being part of a group where everyone has similar beliefs about life. But then, how to tell the difference between being lonely and feeling lonely? In order to determine the difference between being lonely and feeling lonely, it's important to understand the definitions of each. Being alone means that you are physically by yourself. Feeling alone is a state of mind that comes from isolation and not having relationships with others in the way that you want them. It can happen without being physically isolated. For example, if your friends are not honest or trustworthy people who don't care about your feelings, then they won't have a positive influence on your life. They may even make things worse for you. So, while they may be around, your negative actions could still cause loneliness because they are not acting as good role models for how to treat other people or themselves. How do you feel less lonely? If you're looking to enjoy your time alone, why not try taking up a new hobby or joining a club or sports team that aligns with your interests? This can be a great way to meet new people and engage in activities that you enjoy. If you're able to commit to the responsibilities that comes with pet, consider getting one. Having a companion, whether human or animal, can help alleviate feelings of loneliness and bring joy to your life. Building friendships with people who share your interests can be a great way to have fun and feel more connected to others. Don't be afraid to reach out to others and initiate conversations, even if it feels difficult at first. Practice being more social, and you may find that it becomes easier over time. Be open to new experiences and see where they take you. How do you stop being so lonely? The first step to dealing with loneliness is to not isolate yourself. The second is to not expect too much from people. If you're feeling lonely, it's easy to retreat into your own world and give up on interacting with others. In fact, there are many social activities that can help you feel less lonely, and they don't require a large amount of effort or money. For example, if you're looking for ways to spend your time in a fulfilling and meaningful way, consider volunteering at a local food bank or animal shelter. Not only will you be making a difference in your community, but you'll also be meeting new people, gaining new skills, and feeling a sense of purpose. If you enjoy reading, you might consider joining or starting a book club where you can connect with others who share your love of literature and discuss different books. Alternatively, you could start an online forum where people can ask questions about anything they want. Not only will you be helping others by answering their questions, but you also have the opportunity to learn new things and engage with a diverse group of people. Remember to take care of yourself too. Make sure to get enough sleep, eat healthy, and exercise regularly. These habits will help you feel your best and have the energy to engage in other activities that bring you joy. While you might think that staying at home and watching TV or playing games will help to make you feel better, this is usually not the case. It's important that you stay connected with other people. It's natural to feel lonely and isolated at times, and I know firsthand how challenging it can be to cope with these feelings. But I hope that by watching this, you've learned some valuable tips and strategies for dealing with loneliness and isolation. Remember that these are temporary emotions and that there is always hope for a brighter future. Take small steps towards building connections with others and engaging in activities that bring you joy, and with time and patience, you'll start to feel more fulfilled and content. Keep going and don't give up. The best is yet to come. Experiencing loneliness can in turn undermine self-confidence and self-worth. Building self-confidence and self-worth can be a powerful way to overcome loneliness. It's time to take control and start building the self-worth you deserve. Don't miss this opportunity to learn how to take charge of your happier life. Watch this video.